So after the men's singles, women's doubles final. And it is the world champions MATSUMOTO and Nagahara up against Shin Seung-chan and Lee So-hee, the number 7 seeds from Korea. Now, when we look at the race to Guangzhou standings at the moment, the top 10, there's 5 Japanese pairs, but of course you're only allowed 2 pairs or players in the singles per nation, which means, of course, if you've got 5 Japanese pairs, that we have to look down to number 11 on that list to get the qualifiers for the year-end finals. Now, the very interesting thing is that the Olympic champions, Matsumoto and Takahashi, after their semi-final here yesterday, will swap places with world number 1s Fukushima and Hirota, so they will go up to a qualifying position. And the other interesting thing is the Olympic champions are playing 2 more tournaments. Not only are they playing Hong Kong, but they're playing the Saeed Modi as well. So, playing India, they are likely to qualify. As far as the pair we're about to watch in the final, the Koreans, they are guaranteed coming into the top 10. They will come in at number 9, which will be a qualifying position, given the fact that 3 of those Japanese pairs cannot go to the Guangzhou World Tour finals. Well, as far as the women's doubles draw is concerned, by quarter-final stage, only 4 different nationalities and only 4 seeds, only 1 in the top half of the draw, and that was the world champions. But 4 Korean pairs, 3 in the top half, 2 pairs from Japan, 1 from Indonesia, and 1 a Chinese pair at quarter-final stage. By semi-final stage, it was 2 Japanese pairs and 2 Korean pairs, so very fitting that 1 of each has got through to the final here today. It was a big shock in the early stages of the women's doubles because the defending champions, Chen Qingcheng and Cha Yifan, lost their very first match, which happened to be in the 2nd round of the tournament because they had a bye. So here come the reigning world champions, Matsumoto and Nagahara. They will stay number 3 on the race to Guangzhou list, but as reigning world champions, they will get an automatic invitation to the World Tour finals. And now to the number 7 seeds, Lee So-hee walking out on finals day for a 3rd consecutive year here in Fuzhou. 3rd time with a 3rd different partner. This year playing with Shin Seung-chan, the player with whom she won a bronze medal at the World Championships in Copenhagen 4 years ago. Well, for the records, she was in the final last year with Kim Hae-rin, obviously losing to Chen Qingcheng and Cha Yifan, and she won the title 2 years ago with Zhang Ye-na. Well, this will be the 3rd meeting between these 2 pairs. The previous 2 occasions have both been won by the Korean pair. 2nd time they've met in a final. It wasn't at the French Open last year because that was a semi-final stage the last time they met, but the first time they met was in the final of the US Open Grand Prix Gold event of last year. Both of the previous occasions they have met previously, the matches were won in 2 straight games by the Korean combination. So as far as the Japanese pair is concerned, they become the 3rd different pair from Japan to test a women's doubles final here in this China Open, following on from 2012, Maeda and Suetsuna, and 2015, Matsumoto and Takahashi. Matsumoto is 23 years of age. Her partner is a year younger, both born on the island of Hokkaido, the northernmost of the 4 main islands that make up Japan. Currently enjoying their 2nd consecutive week at a career high of number 4. And they are trying to win back-to-back Super 750 titles because they won the French Open in Paris 2 weeks ago. 6th final of the year, 5th World Tour final for the World Champions. And that's extraordinary, isn't it? They haven't played against another seeded pair all the way through the tournament, and the final today is against a 3rd consecutive pair from Korea. Chair and Kim, their opponents in yesterday's semi-final. So to the lady who's making her 3rd consecutive appearance in a final here in 3 years with her 3rd different partner, Lee So-hee, 24 years of age, and she has been number 2 in the world with Jang Ye-na, with whom she won the title here 2 years ago. Her partner, Shin Seung-chan, is 23, although she'll be turning 24 next month. And she has also been as high as number 2 on the world ranking with Jung Kyung-eun, the player with whom she won Olympic bronze medal in Rio de Janeiro 2 years ago. It's actually their 2nd appearance here at this China Open. First time they played 4 years ago, they lost in the very first round to Tang Yuan-ting and Huang Yaxiong, who we've just seen winning the mixed doubles final. Well, in the 2nd round, they beat the World Championship bronze medalists from 2015. In the quarter-final, they beat the World Championship bronze medalists from earlier this year. And in the semi-final, they beat the Olympic champions and beat the finalists here 3 years ago, Matsumoto and Takahashi. So twice 3 games for the Koreans. And as the players get ready and we look at our court officials for this one, I can tell you that 3 consecutive finals is not a record here at this China Open. And there's a pained expression on Morton's face because he doesn't know who has the record.
No, and I'm sure you're going to ask me, so please don't.
No, I will just tell you. Yu Yang won 5 consecutive women's doubles titles here at this particular event. 4 consecutive with Wang Xiaoli between 2011 and 2014. And then in 2015 won the title again with Tang Yuan-ting. So 5 consecutive titles, not just finals, titles. That really is incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Matsumoto, Wakana Nakahana, Japan. And on my left, Lee So-hee, Sen-sen-chan, Korea. Matsumoto to serve to Lee So-hee. Level play.
So the world champions Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara getting this final underway against Lee So-hee and Shin Seung-chan. Oh, that's delightful.
1-love.
So the Korean pair today trying to stop a clean sweep of women's doubles titles at Super 750 level for Japanese pairs, because 3 different Japanese pairs have won the previous 4 Super 750 events. Matsutomo and Takahashi won in Malaysia, and then Fukushima and Hirota won 2 back-to-back in Japan and Denmark, and then of course
what a shot.
Matsumoto and Nagahara won in Paris a couple of weeks ago.
Try to look at this one.
Yeah, you won't see better than that, will you? Beautiful shot from Lee So-hee. Just long. Well, there have been 2 pairs from Korea who won the women's doubles title at this particular event in the past. Obviously, 2 years ago when Lee So-hee won with Jang Ye-na. But the first time was 27 years ago, in 1991, when Chung Mung Hee and Wang So Young won that final.
There's a caution there from the umpire.
Yes, what was that about?
Shin was shouting almost before that shot was hit. In celebration.
The host nation's dominance of the women's doubles at this particular event has been absolutely astonishing over the years. And this is only the second time ever that the women's doubles final here at this particular event has not featured a pair from the host nation, from China. First time was the very first China Open in Fuzhou 32 years ago, in 1986. Ivana Lee and Virawati are beating Kim Yun-ya and Yu So-hee. Kim Yun-ya, of course, mother of Sung Ji-hyun, who was playing in the women's singles here.
Is out. I think the Koreans are having a good course for the challenge here. It's called in, but it looks a little bit out to me.
First one you got wrong, Morton.
Well, that was close, wasn't it? That was painful. That was painful. Okay.
Service over. 4-5.
I think it's been a really good tournament here by Korea in the women's doubles especially, but I think the Korean players have done well, and it's good to see them do so well back on the international scene, because I think this year has not been the best 3 years for them.
No.
And one can only speculate if it's got anything to do with the fact that all the coaches were resigning a few months ago, wasn't it? Or is it less than a few months ago?
Yes, that's right. That's wide.
There is any connection between the two.
6-5. Service over. 6-all.
뒤로 보내도 돼, 뒤로. 직선밖에 안 한단 말이야.
Kim-in,
바로 가야지 마.
Korean coach.
Play here by
Service over.
Matsumoto.
7-all.
It's interesting to see how well the Korean pair is doing here, because in Paris, in France, at the French Open a few weeks ago, the same pair played against the Sloevas from Bulgaria, and they lost it in that semi-final because Lee So-hee simply got cramp due to the fact that the hole and the shuttles was just so slow that they couldn't finish it. In that match, it was very interesting to see that Lee So-hee, she was also the one that was really doing a lot of work in that semi-final in Paris, and Shin was kind of shying a little bit away from responsibility, I think, and that put a lot of pressure on her partner. But here in this tournament, I feel that she's taking a lot more responsibility than what we saw in France.
Yeah. Well, there was a couple of recent tournaments where they retired in their first matches that they played, and so obviously there was an injury problem. And I wonder if Shin has gained a little more confidence, having played in Europe, that her injury is now okay and she can cope with it, because she is taking more responsibility. I totally agree with you, Morten.
Yeah, she's much more aggressive, attacking and intercepting and hitting harder, and is more forceful than what she was in France.
Yeah.
Service over, 9-8.
Cross-court smash there by Shin.
Service over, 9-4.
Surprising Matsumoto, who normally has got such a strong defense, but catching her a little bit off guard there.
That's a good shot.
10-9.
Yeah, that's not an easy shot by Lee So-hee. And that would have been a shot in Paris, in France, that wouldn't have counted because the shuttles were simply too slow for that.
Good placement of the smash.
Definitely.
So it is the world champions who have the 1 point advantage at the mid-game interval.
지금 올려놓고 대각 서 있는 사람이 자꾸 멍하니 서 있잖아 지금. 서 있으면 안 된단 말이야. 뒷사각을 조금 빨리 내. 다른 거 말고 뒷사각을 좀 빨리 움직이면 된단 말이야. 스와시 때릴 때 이렇게 서 있으면 대각선 쪽으로 그냥 때려. 완전 대각선 말고 그냥 몸쪽 보고 때리라고 몸쪽.
20 seconds.
미안해.
20 seconds.
준비하기까지 돼.
Morten, I can't help but think about the head-to-heads when these two pairs met each other previously. Although the Koreans have won them both, they were both last year. And I think that the Japanese pair have sort of come of age this year. I mean, a year ago we weren't even seeing them at Super Series events. This is the first time that they've been here at the China Open, and they've improved immeasurably in that last 12 months. So I'm not sure we can read too much into that previous encounters between the two.
I don't read anything into it because I totally agree with you that the Japanese pair is a completely different pair today than just 1 year ago.
Yeah.
I actually think in many ways that the Japanese pair here, Matsumoto and Nakahara, is doing what Fukushima and Hirota did just a few years ago, when they sort of shot up in 1 year completely to the top of the world. And I think this Japanese pair is doing exactly the same.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was only last year that Fukushima and Hirota burst onto the world stage.
Exactly, they got the award for the best or most improved pair player in the world.
12-11.
It's a good smash. And how well she moved back to the flick serve.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. I really think she's putting in so much more effort in this tournament than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Service over, 14-12.
Once again, good interception there by Matsumoto. She's really very outstanding at the net and very creative in her play.
Especially defensively, I think, Morton.
She is. It's because she's standing up really, really high on the court. But her reaction is so quick that she can still sort of play the shot. But because she's standing up that high on the court, she can really play shots, that counter-attacking shots that not many other players can play.
Yeah. Good rally. Oh. Pity it ended on an error.
Service over, 17-13.
That's good skill. I like that. There was hardly any backswing of the racket there from Shin Seung-chan. Yeah, this is a good comeback.
16-17.
3 straight points. Oh, it's just long.
Service over. 18-16.
Yeah, it was a bit of a chance to take by Nagahara there when she was going cross court. Lucky for her that that shot was going long on the back line, because she would have been in a lot of trouble.
Service over. 17-18. All.
5 of the last 6 points. What a return. You talked about her skills.
Service
Yes,
over.
at the net and the front of the court.
19-18.
And what better time to apply it than just now?
Coach.
So that's the second time the Japanese bench has been warned or cautioned.
Yeah. She's got good power
Game
too.
point,
Lovely racket
18.
skills, as you've been mentioning, Morton, and good power too. So 2 game point opportunities for the world champions.
Service over. 19-20.
That was a good serve on game point down.
That's when you need it the most.
Yeah. 20 all. Extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin.
Or you get to 29 all.
Yeah.
Sorry for saying that.
I've only commentated on 1 match
In all the years.
in all the years that has gone 30-29. Well, having just saved a game point,
20.
now the number 7 seeds from Korea have a game point opportunity themselves.
serve.
Yeah, that's well saved.
Service over. 21 all.
Well, while the court's been mopped, Morton, just quickly, the warning to the coach. Now, I thought the coach was giving instructions in between rallies, which they're allowed to do.
Yes.
So why the warning?
It's a caution. I think the talk or the communication between the coach and the players was getting too close to the time when they were supposed to start the rally again.
Okay, good point. Yeah. So 21 all.
Service over. 22 21.
A case of, yeah, duck down at the nets, Nagahara. And there's not enough pace on it for the shuttle to go through to Matsumoto. So having saved 2 game points, now a second game point opportunity for Lee and Shin. And they convert.
First game
23-21.
23-21.
Having saved 2 game points from 18-20 down. 23 minutes for the opening game. And what a good opening game it was.
少しアンバランスになってるから大丈夫だよ相手経験で合わせて相手のドライブが来ればこっちがドライブバンクル抜いたらちょっとストップってストップ一緒にドライブ系で2回だけで2番目とか待ってるストップ誰に回ってじゃなくて自分が一緒にそういうリズム作りたいしかしこっち気をつけてねレシーブ少し飛ぶだから新しいシャープこっちからねこれ頭の中入れててもう一回絶対チャンスは残っているからねサーブ周りもちょっと合わせてね甘だったらもう振っていい中途半端だったら必ずこっち今も同じサイドに
들어가려고 지금 온단 말이야. 들어가려고 온 게 아니라 양쪽을 빨리 뛰어야 된단 말이야. 양쪽을. 뒤에 있는 거 절대 놓치면 안 돼. 수비 올라갈 때 강하게 짧은 거 강하게 올 때는 꺾으려고 하지 말고 들어오는 쪽으로 그냥 같이 대주라고 해주고 그냥 바로 준비해주란 말이야. 거기서는 쳐 올리려고 그러면 지금 짧단 말이야. 승찬아 그냥 앞에서 그냥 자신 있게 해놓고 자꾸 숨으려고 그러면 안 된다면 자신 있게 놓든지 아니면 올려주든지 네가 잘하는 거를 해 잘하는 거 앞에서 잡을 때는 여기서 대각선을 찍고 가면 다 맞는단 말이야. 직선 가운데든지 아니면 직선으로 가라고 직선으로.
20
치고
seconds.
짚고 살지라면 네가 앞에서 할 거면 자신 있게 그냥 그렇지.
Players on court. Nakala. Second game, level play.
Well, can the Korean pair go from villains in Paris, where the crowd were getting very irritated that they seem to be wasting a lot of time with the cramp problems for Lee So-hee, to heroes here in Fuzhou.
Yeah, the crowd was really getting against them due to the fact that they were asking for medical attendance the whole time, but you're only allowed to have once.
This is a good rally, good pace. Oh, and super awareness from Shin Seung-chan.
1-all. 1. Service over.
That was very long.
Yes.
Good single serve.
Is that the first service error of the match? I think it might be.
It hasn't been many, that's for sure.
3, 2.
Is there anything that the Japanese pair should be doing differently tactically? I mean, such a close opening game, one would think that they've both pretty much got the tactics right, but do you think the world champions need to do anything a little bit differently?
I think Matsumoto have not been as dominant as what she is normally, and she has not been intercepting that much at the net as what we normally see. So I think that they have to set it up in a way that Nagahara is working more from the back, and Matsumoto again can intercept at the net, but at the moment they have to share the burden, so to speak, and I think that's a credit to the two Koreans.
Oh, it's a challenge here. It was called out. I think they're wise to challenge.
Yeah, definitely looks in.
Just takes the opportunity to practice the low serve.
It's called out.
Wow. Very surprised at that.
Successful. 1 challenge remaining. Service over. 4, 5.
You've lost your touch on these challenges, Morton.
I have completely. I lost 2. The last 2 I've lost. Can't believe that.
5 all.
Goodness. Oh, that's well taken at the front from Lee So-hee. Decisive when she intercepted.
I think clever by the Koreans to direct the attack to Nagahara. Oh, that would have been a winner.
It's a right idea, wrong execution.
Taking the pace off on this one, and there was no one near it. This is the fine example of how Matsumoto is very dominant at the net. Look at the way she's putting that one away with ease. It's not one of these, oh, maybe, maybe not. It's 100% winner.
by Lee So-hee, taking all the pace out of it. Look at that. Terrific shot. I'm pretty certain I spotted some strapping on the back of
Yes, I did so too.
Matsumoto.
Yeah.
Play. Service over. 8-all.
Yeah,
Service
good
over.
attack.
9-8.
Yeah, but what I liked a lot was that Shin is actually moving out of the way. Here, look at that. Because she can see that partner Lee has a better opportunity to hit from the back and move forward at the same time.
Yeah,
So she was moving out of the way, not having to smash behind her back, so to speak.
yeah. And it, as you've alluded to, I mean, it also gives Lee So-hee the opportunity to move forward
Yeah.
rather than feeling she's got to smash and then cover the back again
Exactly.
on the next one.
As you would say, it's good rotational skills.
Yeah.
Service over. 9-all.
Borrowing one of your words.
That's quite all right, Morton. Look at the variation on the attack there from that Matsumoto.
9.
Flat, angled, then to the right hip, then one cross court.
Yeah, it's good variation.
Yeah, just like
Service over. 10-all.
was just.
Service over. 11-10 interval.
Well, they had an 11-10 lead in the opening game. Matsumoto and Nagahara failed to convert that.
ここだけだからタイムがちょっとうまくいかないので、ちょっと見てればできるだよ、できる。このスイングタイミングが
タイミングが
そう
合ってない。
ちょっと今ちょっと言ってれば、ちょっと後ろ行ってから練習が言ってれば、でもちょっと余裕あるからね。
だから泣かせば
今一本あるじゃん。つまりダッシュってパンプッシュ。
意味わかるね。
そしてアウト言って大丈夫。このプレッシャーでいかないとダメ。
これをきちんと乗り越えれば
つまりダッシュのいかない。
アタックもうちょっとカットスマッシュ上手、今フレなかなか触れないから我慢するようにね。オッケー。ネット前もっともっとチャンス作ってよ。
Wakahana. Play.
Well, there was definitely something from Park Ju-bong about the defensive play. Whether that was to move the Koreans at the back of the court, turn the defence from side to side, I'm really not sure, but there was definitely something about defence. Oh, that's well taken from Lee So-hee. Good pressure.
11-all.
Yeah. Final shot in the middle of her torso. Boof.
Seme.
Oh, well left.
Service over. 12-11.
Well, both pairs have made errors on the drive defence, but I remember quite clearly you talking to me, Morton, in both Orleans and Paris about women's doubles and the need nowadays, your belief, to have this drive defence so that you can turn your defensive play into attack.
Service over. 12-all.
Yes, I talked a lot about it, and it's something I like to see in women's doubles a lot more, and it's happening here. And it's great, and we see here another flat drive, this one just going long on the back line, but still setting up these counter opportunities. I'm really looking forward to it, and that's why I think women's doubles is becoming a lot more interesting, because they are looking to these counter-attacking situations now, not just lifting it sort of mindlessly to the back line.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why the Japanese pair has been doing so well this year, is the fact that they are really good doing these counter-attacking situations. Look at the Matsumoto here. She might not win it. She had a good opportunity.
Yeah, and how did she get herself to the net? Drive defence.
Exactly.
Look at that, that was the one. And then she was forward. And you're right, okay, she didn't win the rally on this occasion because of a beautiful cross-court net shot there from Lee So-hee, but the principle of what she was trying to do was right.
It's absolutely right, and it's making women's doubles so much more exciting to watch.
Yeah.
Pairs on court. No work.
I enjoyed that one.
That's understandable, they got
Yeah.
out of trouble.
Yeah. Good defence initially from Nagahara, but she was too deep in her defensive stance. Look, she's pushed back, and therefore she's very vulnerable to the change of pace. Four straight points. That's nice. Yeah. Yes, again, it was a flat defensive shot, this time from Nagahara, played across court. This one changed the momentum of the rally.
If Korea can take the next two here, 17-13, they will be standing in such a commanding situation to win this match.
It's gone wide.
It's gone wide.
Yeah.
Matsumoto has made a bit more mistakes today than what she normally does, but I still think it's also due credit to the two Koreans. They're really standing their grounds when it comes to the flat exchanges and all that, the attacking abilities as well. So they are putting good pressure on the Japanese pair.
Yeah. She really struggled in Paris, Lee So-hee, and she is on top form today. Look at that. Six of the last 8 points. So did I. Three points away from the title in their first final this year.
Service over, 14-18.
Wonderful. Seemed to be poised on that shot for an age, didn't she? Yeah. So precise about it. Watched it go over.
It was almost like a golfer watching the last pot.
Exactly. What a great analogy.
Shouting out.
Yeah. And they're now discussing it.
Yes.
Yeah, should have left it. Told you it was going long. I'm sure they're far more polite than that, actually. So just 2 points in it. It's a very good smash once again from Matsumoto.
Yeah, but I think that Shin did a mistake here. I feel that she is the strongest in the defense. She's got really these very, very hard, fast drives as well. She can lift it all the way cross court. She should have lifted her for herself rather than lifting cross and then giving Shin all the responsibility on the straight smash.
Yeah. 4 straight points and just 1 point in it. Delightful. And that will help settle the nerves as far as the Koreans are concerned.
19-17. Service over, 18-19.
Oh, a powerful smash that time from Nagahara. What an important serve.
Rather than going for the flat drive, she's guiding that attacking lift. This one here, look at that, over Nagahara as she's storming into the net and opening up in that deep forehand corner where Matsumoto have to dive to get it. Really well played by Shin.
Yeah, and that wonderful play gives them 2 match point opportunities. The number 7 seeds Lee So-hee and Shin Sung-chan win their first title in over a year since winning the Denmark Open in 2017. Well, celebrating with their coach has been a long wait for Korean success, but it is a 3rd time that a Korean pair has won the title here at this China Open. And it's the first time in a Super 750 event that a pair from Japan has not won the women's doubles title.
21,
And that's,
21-18.
I guess, good for the sport that there's more pairs in with a chance and winning titles, because it really has been dominance this year by Japanese women's doubles pairs throughout the new HSBC BWF World Tour. Sheer delight as Lee So-hee takes her second China Open title here in Fuzhou, 2 years after her first. Yeah, sink to their knees. Coach Ra Kyu-min does likewise. So 2 straight games, saving 2 game points in the opening game to win it 23-21, and the second game 21-18.
2018中国福州羽毛球公开赛女子双打颁奖仪式现在开始。
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fuzhou China Open 2018 HSBC BWF World Tour Super 750. The women's doubles awarding ceremony will start shortly.
有请获奖运动员入场。
Now, let's welcome our honorable players.
So the finalists are invited to step forward to the podium.
获得女子双打亚军的是日本的松本麻佑、永原和可娜。
The runner-up of women's doubles is Mayu Matsumoto, Wakana Nagahara, Japan.
The world champions Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara.
获得女子
Their
双打
6th final this year,
是韩国的
after
李绍熙、
for second best for a third time.
The winner of women's doubles is Lee So-hee, Shin Seung-chan, Korea.
In their first final
有请福州市人民政府
of the year,
副市长
the first final since the French Open last year. It is a first title in over a year for Lee So-hee and Shin Seung-chan, since winning the Denmark Open Premier Super Series a little over a year ago.
票。
The prize money will be presented by Mr. Guo Zhinong, Deputy Director General of Fuzhou Municipal Sports Bureau.
Well, Morton, it looked to me as if Lee So-hee was almost overcome with emotion there, because she really did play the villain in Paris, and 2 weeks later she's become a heroine because she played quite brilliantly today.
She did, and I think you're right that she was so devastated in Paris, honestly she was, and it's good to see that they're coming through here. Yet again, looking at the Japanese, they have not played the best tournaments, but they peaked in the right one, I think, if you look at it from their point of view, at the World Championship in August.
Yeah.
And it's a very young pair, and they still got a lot of things to learn.
Yeah. Lovely to see Korean players back on top of the podium. It's been a while. And as one of the traditionally strong nations in the sport of badminton, good to see, as you were saying earlier, so many pairs in quarter-final stage, 4 pairs at quarter-final stage.
让我们掌声祝贺获奖运动员。
Congratulations to the players!
Oh, don't throw away the prize money.
It's just putting them into the bank.
Yeah. Yeah, that's lovely. So as they take leave of centre stage, Lee So-hee and Shin Sung-chan will, as champions, pose for the photographers for a little while longer. But we can look forwards to our next final of the day, which is women's singles, and it's the